Okay, welcome guys. We're going to be playing some Retro Commander, which is sort of like Supreme Commander, but is a an indie game, and it's actually got a lot more than Supreme Commander actually had. I haven't played Supreme Commander for such a long time. I know there was a few other games that came out that people do love these games. I don't. I've got to just to be sort of to put it out there. These are not my type of games. They're not in my wheelhouse as such. So I tend to shy away from them. But and the only reason I actually decided to have a look at this game was because it does have an active pause, which means I can pause the game, make decisions, actually put in orders while it's still paused, and then unpause the game. So you can only do that, of course, when it's in single player mode. But because of that, I then sort of thought, okay, look, this is. I'll give it a go, and I actually really, really like it. So there's so much in it. It's such a deep, deep game in terms of the different ways of playing. In fact, I might even just open the guide up and just sort of show you very quickly the way that works. So I'll just quickly go through all the different bits and pieces. These are the different game modes. So Supremacy, control a large majority of the map for victory. Annihilation, of course, Annihilation Plus. So this one here, you just need to dominate a large part of the map for victory with Annihilation. This one here, eliminate all players for ultimate victory. Enforce or destroy all the marked enemy objectives while keeping yours safe. Survival, protect designated targets from being destroyed. Capture and hold, capture the flag. King of the Hill, Battle Royale. Escort, so moving with a convoy, rescue your own troops, doing like a rescue mission, arena battle, so destroy the most enemy troops within a predefined time, or just a basic sort of mission. And so the game actually has a lot of these really, really quite interesting aspects to them. There is different technology starts as well. I prefer to just play on the old standard technology, to be honest, and just sort of get rid of that one. Hi, Diarrhea Trap, saying a new game on stream. Yes, I haven't streamed this before. I did show it on my Monday live stream on YouTube, but it's really impressive, this game. Tech tree, you've got different ways of setting up a tech tree, different ways of setting up, like the economy. You've got different types of. There's only really two resources: uranium and matter. Matter is what you use to build all your troops. Uranium to sort of then get the more high-powered nuclear weapons, etc., etc. Power really, really important in the game, to sort of try to maintain like a power structure. You've got the environment, so it goes like through day-night cycles. You've got wind, rain, solar flares, etc. Some maps feature hidden caves with different sorts of properties as well. Combat, different types of weapons, and the way that sort of this one does work. Nothing much we have to look at in through there. Then we actually have, these are the different types of armaments down through this other side, like missiles, bombs, torpedoes, etc., etc. You then actually have further down cloaking, shielding, holograms, teleporters, commander. Actually, the teleporter I haven't played with yet. Not sure where we picked that one up. Commander and VIPs back and through this other side. Commando robots, satellites, civilian towns. There's an awful lot in it. These are the miscellaneous type of structures that you can then go and pick up. The miscellaneous troops that you can then sort of go and get for yourself as well. There's an awful lot in the game. I thought I'd just start off by showing that, because this is the API if you are wanting to have information on how to start to sort of build mods or sort of more in-depth things for the game itself. What else is there to talk about with this one into here? I think that actually with the credits, I think it's just a very small team, I think. Oh no, it's up there actually. There's more there than I thought there was. Okay, that's pretty cool. So this is version 2.15.116. I think it's been in development for about 6 years. So but it's very, very cool the way it sort of has all been put together. The multiplayer, you've got like a multiplayer environment as well, where you'll be able to sort of go in and pick up games if there's one available. You can set up your own new game in the different server locations. You can play on LAN as well, so it's really, really quite cool the way that actually works as well. Other things to look at with this is the maps and modding. Now the maps, you can see there I've got 56 that I haven't downloaded yet. So if I wanted to, I could sort of just go in and start to sort of download various other maps as well. Like these are interesting. Like these are more sort of mission maps. Like this is Chapter 3, Betrayal. I'll just download one so you can sort of see it. Actually, I'll download number 2 as well. You'll see it sort of come across here. As they download, it will then this will then go down by a factor of 1. So you've got the official maps. Now the game is free if you just play the like there's like a free mission, a free chapter that you can play, and one free map that you can play as well. So they actually come with the game. You can see there's now 54 with these maps now in the actual game itself. Again, free maps in through this other side. So the free maps, when we have a look at it, is literally only the battle map initiation. So just basically a skirmish map in through this other side. Anyway, I'll leave that one where that actually is. So we'll just go back across. But this is sort of how. So you can, if you buy the game, you then get access to all the other maps. So you can actually test the game, see if you like it first, and then sort of move in from there. What else is there to show? If we just go back out, and what I might show is I'll show you like a part of a mission, and then we'll just sort of get into an actual mission itself. So if we have a bit of a look at this one, I've got a chapter in through here. So let's just go and play. This is in chapter 1. I'm still just working my way through essentially what comes for free with the game itself. If I just go and click on OK, this is basically how it presents things. It's beautiful the way it does actually work. I'll just go back all the way to what actually happens. So this is Agent Johnson gets retired and reunited, so he reunites with his dog. This is actually a fair way into chapter 1. And as you sort of play it, there's this sort of progression that does come through. So Major Tom briefs Agent Johnson on the warring factions, just going through who's who in the zoo on the world. He sort of has woken up like a few thousand years in the future. This is Agent Johnson. But it's really nicely done. I think they even built their own sort of animation software for doing this sort of style of animation, which is awesome. We'll just click on going. Oh, hang on. So do we have just those two? Oh, sorry. Oh yeah, that's it. That's it for this one here. So then when you click on OK, I'll restart the mission. So use the robot to reach the Chinooks that are waiting in the west. So we need to just go continue. How do we make it through the mountains? You lead. The cave entrance is right there. You need to find a portal that takes us to the Chinooks. So these are the different types of areas we actually have. So we've got like Fluffy, which is the dog. Agent Johnson needs to get into his robot. Okay. So he would then sort of move into there. The robot is the main unit. This is the map. Not that we need to worry too much about the map at this stage. So we need to move through the mountains, through these sorts of cave networks. These guys here can then operate the jeeps.
Okay.
There's Major Tom.
You got
Move him down as well. Got Fluffy. So with these soldiers into here, you can then sort of start to sort of move through as well. And we'll just move all of these in. Now, there's one thing I like about this game is it does have an active pause, so you can actually do an active pause and then give instruction when you're playing single player, which I really, really like. I actually wasn't going to play the game at all because it doesn't tell you that there's an active pause in the game. You can do that just with the minus and equals keys to sort of just cycle between the different speeds. So if you're wanting the game to go faster, you can sort of speed it right up. If you need it to go sort of slower, you can slow it right down. Now, there may be loot in these little areas. So if we just get Agent Johnson to sort of walk up through there, for example, just press the equal key and just see what he finds. There can be traps and things in there as well. Looks like there's nothing in there. So we'll just move him back down again. What else is there to show while we're in here? Like, this is the objectives. So Agent Johnson must survive, Fluffy must survive, Major Tom must survive, guide the convoy to the target. So if I just press Control, I can then grab all of these. I can then go Control Group 1, so they would all then be part of a different control group. And if I wanted to, I could grab Agent Johnson on his own, go Control 2, That way he's actually now just in his own control group. And there will be different sorts of units in through here that we need to destroy. Like these things here, for example. These are tactical remote explosive devices.
Under attack.
So we'll just move out of the way. Come back out again and attack it again. As long as we can see it, we can then target it with the robot. So that's sort of how the missions then sort of play out. So we're just in a mission where we're not building anything at this stage. We are literally just moving our way through the mountains. There's a you can see there. That's got the three little lights. There's more at the top there as well. So there may be sort of like more hidden areas. If we have a quick look and see what's going on inside here, for example. So there may be something. Yeah, this is a dead end area, but there may be something good in here. Doesn't look like there is. So we're not seeing anything of value. Oh, hang on, that one does continue on out. And across as well. Yep, and there's the gate on the way out from here. So that's essentially the way the missions sort of play out. They're sort of more story driven. I'll just pause that one. But we'll just leave the game there, and it sort of auto saves. So that's sort of where that one goes. Hi, Vinyl Rabbit and ZG. Ground controller Major Tom there we go. I didn't even tweak with that. So but yeah, that's sort of where that is. It's actually, but it's a really, really good game. Like it's, hang on, we'll just go continue. Should be able to leave campaign. There we go. All right. So anyway, that's you get to play chapter 1, which has got some a number. I think it had 3 different scenarios inside chapter 1. So that one comes for free. But if we just go to new game, these are the campaigns. So we've actually can play, like, because I've got the actual, I've got the paid version with the downloadable maps. I can actually sort of go and start a separate chapter somewhere else, for example. And another thing we can do with this, like, this is the actual campaign itself, but there's also, like, if I go and click on plus, this will then sort of start the actual second chapter for the game. If I go to scenarios, this is, for me, is actually probably the most interesting of the way that things actually then do work. And so in this case, we've got like the different battle maps, I guess, when we have a look at this one. And if we click on the plus in through here, you'll see that there's like 2 versus 2 scenarios, 2 versus the AI. So still got 4 factions, 2 teams. So you can actually have a multiplayer, like a co-op multiplayer, if you're wanting to sort of play that one through there. A challenge of 1 versus 8 AIs. So this is where they all gang up on you and you have to try to survive. 8-player team battle. This is this would be essentially a four team, like two on each team would sort of then go into there. 4-player deathmatch, 2-player deathmatch. So this is essentially just going to be like a one where you just play against the AI. Capture the flag scenarios back in through this other side. Capture the flag with 2 teams, so 4 factions, 2 teams, and King of the Hill, 4 factions, 2 teams as well. These are good to learn because you can see what your ally, like these ones here, you can see what the ally will build, which is actually fairly cool, the way that one actually does work as well. But each one of these has got like a different sort of thing. Like this is, these are a 1 versus 11, which would be just crazy. And these are preset maps, by the way, as well, like these that you're seeing through here. This is a 12-player free-for-all game, 3 versus 3 team play, 4 versus 4 versus 4 team play. These are interesting. These are random maps. So you've got like random flatland, and so the actual map generates randomly. I love the idea of this. This is just a 2-player, so a land-based randomly generated map with lakes for a 1 versus 1, and it changes each time. This is flatland 4 players, so this is 4 factions going up against each other. 2 versus 2, 2 versus AI. This is random islands. Again, pretty cool the way this one does work. And then we've got random continents as well. So we don't actually have the capture the flag type scenarios for those type of things. But each map that you download comes with a collection of ways of playing the game. So Vinyl Rabbit's saying, is this game an online game with matchmaking? Yes, it can be. You can see on the side there's different people coming in. There's only 18 people in the game at this stage, but there are people coming in and setting up games for themselves, and then essentially sort of playing the actual game that way. So you do actually have so you have like a people just coming in and playing the game. So that's, I think, the main way that people play. It's not the way I tend to just play single player with these sort of games because I'm so useless at it. I am really bad at this. So, but that is essentially how it does work. So, so it is a multiplayer game at its heart. So Jemison is saying, hey Daz, how you doing? Very interested in this game. It's a really, really good game. There's so much in it, which is really, as I said before, I can't say the word really, really, but it's it is exceptional. I'm really taken by it for the simple reason that it's beyond what I expected. Anyway, let's go through and like there's other things. I think, did we do this number 3? No, this is a different one again. Again with more chunk lands. I don't know if this is random. Oh yeah, 3-player free-for-all where the terrain chunks change location with each new game. So you've still got like predefined areas of the map that then sort of chop and change. There's a map editor as well. So many different ways of playing the game. One thing I wanted to test though is in the free chapter that you have, like in this one that we were then having a look at before, you can go and actually start playing these as well. So that's the actual chapter that when you play the campaign. But you've also then got these little sort of ways of playing this. So you've got like a deathmatch 2-player, 4-player deathmatch, a 3-player deathmatch, or a 6-player deathmatch in through here as well. A team of 2 versus 2 versus 2. So even the chapters are coming in with different map scenarios as well in certain instances. I'm thinking of playing one of these, which is predefined, or should we play a random? I'll leave it up to you guys. You can decide which way we go with that one. So we could either sort of play one of the random, say an islands map or a continents map. So Jemison saying, how's Retro Commander in regards to speed? One thing I never liked about Command & Conquer games is the fact that you need to hit 120 clicks per minute. Yes, no, this is why I don't like playing those sort of games. When the developer contacted me, I actually rejected. I didn't want to play it, and he sort of said, look, but the email that he sent was he thought that it was it sort of suited the way I play games. He said it sort of suited the audience that I have as well, which is exactly what you're describing. Clickfest is nothing. I often, whenever I see a game advertised as fast-paced, I reject it. And in this case, I assumed that 120 clicks per minute, but that's not the case. In fact, if we go back out, I'll just show you, even in the guide, their design parameters, I forget how far down it is, but this was actually something that when I read it, I thought, yeah, this is exactly what I'm looking for in this sort of game. Now, it's for me, this is still not really. I'm not feeling it. I also don't like that you've got to be aware of what's going on all over the map. I don't like that sort of stuff, and I am finding that a little bit with this one. Let's just find, this is all the different sort of mouse inputs, decorations, appendix. I thought it was in here somewhere. Actually, maybe it's right at the very top. Oh yeah, so the game strives to be easy to learn with a modern user interface. Single player comes with skirmish matches against the AI, as well as comic-based story. Yeah, that's not it there. anyway, it does say that one of their goals is to make it not a tactical clickfest game, but a strategy game where your choices matter. And but I haven't found that 100%. But I haven't played much of it yet. So it's not a clickfest, as you'll see. I'm going to be pausing this a lot when we play the game. So let's just go back in. We'll just go back into single player. Go back across to the new game scenario, and I don't know whether to play a random map or something a bit different. Like we can play just a little 1v1 from back in here, for example, where we would need to then get across. Yeah, don't know. Maybe we'll play this one here. So we'll just go and play that one, unless you want to see the random maps. Just let me know in the chat if that's something you want me to sort of flick across to. Now this is the name is Deathmatch 2-player. This is a 1v1 game on a small map. Let's see how a random map turns. Okay, well, let's do a random map. The random maps again are interesting. Like one way of looking at this, if I go to maps and modding, and go down to modding in here, I think this is where you do it. Editor, there we go. So this is the map editor. This is how the maps can be set up. So you can build your own maps. Just go new, just go continue. Just got to select that one, click on OK. I had a quick look at this, so I didn't really play much of it. By the way, all of the multiplayer stuff is now off on the side, so it's just sort of sitting there out of the way. The user interface is really, really nicely done. Just go and grab a scenario. This is the map itself, but you can then sort of do setups in through here where you're setting up different types of aspects about the way that this would then go and play. This is to turn on the map generator. Just go and apply that one, which then allows me then to build the generation of the maps. So this is actually like a map that was generated just using that one there, but there's still a lot to set up if you're going to be building one yourself. But that's sort of how the game does it. Like if I sort of keep on just re-rolling, you can see there that most of these things are connected with some water in between. That's all land. But if I go back into here, I can then sort of go through and actually say, for example, okay, look, I just want to have a continents game, and I can then sort of change how much or little there is of different types of terrain. So if I just go and apply and then just generate the map there, that's a continents game. So just one big continent there. If we go back across, this is actually cool. I haven't looked at this before. Islands, there's certainly sort of like a random, so islands, this is probably too small to do the islands effectively, but this is sort of like a small map. If we go to the setup, go to the dimensions. Actually, that's not sure what the biggest ones are. I don't know how big we can make it. Actually, let's just try 1,000. 1,000 by 1,000. Can we do that? Oh, it needs to be between 50 and 40 and 200 by 160. Okay. 200, 160. So this one that we're looking at here is only a quarter of the size that can be done. All right, so that's an islands map, essentially with the default settings, etc., etc. So that's sort of what we can expect if we do play an islands map, which I think we might do that actually. So that's sort of it now coming back through. Again, you've got complete setups in here if you're wanting to sort of build this one. I think I'll just quit out of this, file exit. All right, so single player, new game. So maybe we'll just play an islands map. It does look interesting. So scenario, this way everyone will start on their own islands. Now the islands were in, I think it was under this one here. Random islands, yeah. So we'll do a, there's not a random islands 1 versus 1, but there's a random island, sorry, that's flatlands. This is 2 versus 2, so we'll just play that one, I guess. And there may be some other one somewhere else in the game that plays it a bit differently. So a large island-based random generated map. This is on continents. We'll just play randomly. So we'll just go with random islands 2 versus 2. Okay, so what we'll do in here is this is a supremacy mode, which means we have to claim territory to actually win the game. The AI self-enabled, all unused nations where no human is playing will be played by the AI. So if disabled, then all unused nations will be removed. So you can set up a 1 versus 1 with another human player if you're wanting to, if you're sort of doing this as a multiplayer game. The AI difficulty, I'm going to keep it normal on easy. I'm not sure what that difference is there between normal. I think it means it's halfway between casual and normal. Anyway, I'll leave it there because I'm pretty useless at this sort of game. This is not my type of game at all, so I will actually just leave that one there. Handicaps, you can actually have, if handicaps are enabled, players that are weaker during a game receive a boost compared to stronger players. I'm going to turn that off, just so that once one player starts to dominate, at least they can keep on dominating. Random start is sort of like where the players will start. It won't matter with a random map. No time limit, speed factor of 1. I'll just keep my name there. Now the advanced options, fog of war, of course. So if enabled, you'll only be able to see enemy troops that are in your visibility range. That's actually a good one. The shroud, if enabled, some objects on the map might be completely hidden for you and need to be explored first. Research, now if enabled, it allows you to do research. Now if you turn that one off, it will then lock you at whatever you set up the research at. So, I'm going to keep it so we can do research. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down to reset tech. What this one does is resets the technology to standard. When a game starts, all advanced tech has to be researched first. So let's actually reset that. So we have to go through the progression of the research. You've got like trade assets. This is where you can actually sort of trade assets or troops with your partner. So if you've got like it's an AI. We've got an AI in this case, but we can actually then give troops across to the AI if we wanted to. Map control, we actually just have self and allies or everything basically, so you get different ways of sort of controlling what's actually on the map. Determines which troops you can control on the map, generally just ours, but another fun mode is being able to control everything, including enemy troops. So you can, again, a good way of learning the game. Starting assets, I'll just keep this one on default. So allow setting the amount of starting assets each player receives when the game begins. I would like to, this one has got like, it goes up. I don't know why it doesn't go down. Another thing I would love to see with this would be a slower tech setting in here as well, to actually have like a speed on how quickly you can set the tech up, and also a build, how fast or slow the build is when you're actually building units. It builds probably a little bit too fast for what I like from these sort of games. Okay, the engine, it's only one type of engine, so we'll just leave that one where that is. Create. So this is the map that was just generated for us. We can sort of zoom out and have a bit of a look. And now there are certain things that are in here all the time, and you can sort of see these are the sort of major islands that the players will then sort of go and start on. One thing that does always start is this area through here. We want to get in here as fast as we can. I have played a little bit on one of these maps to see what's going on. If you can get into here, this will then give you a second major robot, and this is important. They're very hard to kill, and so they allow you to really expand quickly. So we're going to be trying to get into there as fast as we can. The AI doesn't tend to do that. There is also potentially, we probably won't see it until we discover it, but there's also like a city somewhere on the map, and we can't see it anywhere. Let's have a bit of a look to see if I can find it. It's not showing the specifics on the terrain in through here. So this has all been set up with that generation, the map generation, where it's got certain things that have been added in for the game. So this one has been added in. I think the city is always going to be there as well, I would assume. That's a volcano, so no one will start on this particular island. That would be too dangerous, but someone will start up in here. All right, let's just go down. So select the faction to play. So we just essentially have, like Cassiopeia, Hydra, Draco, or Orion. Let's just choose orange because I do like the colour orange. Now we start off in through here to now this is our commander, and through this other side we've got a loot crate back in through this other area. If you have a bit of a look, we've got different old buildings. Now these have got matter. Actually, I'll play the game and then pause it immediately and try to explain what's going on. So this is us. It's us two versus these two. And we're now into the game. So I'm now just going to press the minus key. So we now have the game in active pause. So what do we have here? Now what this one does is, actually this isn't that random actually. I think this is like a chunk, but it does randomly place it around on the map. Now there's our ally over here. So what we can do with this is we can start to sort of see what they get up to. And so we'll end up having a look at we'll see how, like he's already starting to build his power nodes, for example, up in through here. So he'll get power established initially. We'll do the same thing actually. So you can actually learn by having another player in this other area. We'll just go back across to ours though. So we're aware of the different islands and things that are around on the actual map itself. So what we have, the resource we have, this is thorium field. So this is where we get our matter. The matter is up the top through here. This is a thorium crystal. So these don't deplete, these deplete. But we can mine these a bit faster. Now the other things, you can see that it's a day-night cycle in through there, which will affect our how we get power, and also the wind generator as well. But there is this thing over here. This is actually a thermal vent. Now, other things we actually have, this is our research. You can see we've got nothing researched yet, so we have to unlock all of this because we had reset the research. If you start with the defaults for the game, you will actually have some of these already established depending on what research pack you decide to take at the start of the game itself. And we'll also have things like the cruisers, battleships, and stuff like that already established. But I do like to go through the full progression. Now these will require research points. The one that we're looking for is the thermal energy. This is actually really important. I'm just going to beeline for that one, I think. I won't worry too much about the other techs until we get this one, which is 40. So we need to establish that. We're not going to be attacked for quite some time, so we don't need to sort of worry too much about that one. We'll just go to the loot crate. That should give us a boost to our matter. Back up and through here. This is actually where we are. This is a victory. We're at 50%, and we don't really control any of the map really just yet, but that will then sort of chop and change. So I can just give that an order to go back into there. Other things I will do is I will actually establish I'll establish similar to what our friend did over the other side. I'm just going to go, this is the build queue. We have things like different sorts of defences, which we will be wanting to establish on this particular map. We have ground and naval forces, where we have like robotic troops, or not just troops, but sort of like certainly these little helper robots. We have humans in through here with the barracks. We've got things, for example, like engineering to produce mechanised troops, like tanks as well as harvesters. The next one across here is shipyard, so to construct ships and submarines. And then we've got like a large shipyard through there as well. And these just require a certain amount of matter to then go and build. These are really on an islands map. It's mainly going to be these grand shipyards are going to be sort of like the main thing that we'll be using, along with helicopters and stuff like that. So that's the ground and naval. Then we have air structures. So we have like a hangar in through there. We'll get more of these as we go through the technology, and an airfield. When you build a basic aircraft, you do need to have like a hangar spot for it. So they then go into the hangar, and then the airfield. Then the airfield then is then used to give the orders of what you want them to do. Again, it's a nice little way of things working. Infrastructure. This is the different ways of mining. These are the T collectors. These go on these nodes in through there. This is the the ore refinery, which will then be used to help mine all of this. So we want to have that one fairly close down into this little area. Then we've got like a guard tower. These are quite cool actually on island maps because these don't require power. Everything else requires power pretty much. There's a radar, so we'll definitely be wanting to put the radar down sort of the bottom of the map here somewhere to be able to then, or maybe even just in here somewhere, just to sort of spot the troops that are going to be coming. You've got roads that you can build. You've got the research centre as well. Now the roads only cost 3, and it's almost worth putting them in right at the start, just so that you've actually got things established as to where you want things built. But let's just go back and grab the last thing is the power grid. Here's our solar panels. Here's our wind turbines. We've got batteries. We need to do that research to pick this one up. Actually, one thing I didn't show under the infrastructure was the last one is actually the research centre, which we wanted to get established fairly fast. So let's just go back in and go to the power grid. We need everything runs on power. So we're just going to go and throw one up here, I think. It's sort of going to be fairly central. And so we'll try to keep the power in a fairly central location. We'll do the same thing as what what our friend did, which was to have the power established so we can either use wind or solar. So just go back into here, get the solar, and I'll move it just where we have a bit of a gap in between. That way we can, you don't want to be compressing them all in. A lot of these games actually have ways where you want to bunch them in as close as possible. You sort of do, but not really. The goal of the game here is to control as much of this as possible. I will actually go and grab power poles and start to bring them down through the into the middle of towards the middle of the map. So we'll just go and place that one. Actually, I'll do that one over this other side. Yep, that'll do. I can sort of, I'm going to need to get power all the way across here ultimately when we start to build, because I will be wanting to build in amongst this sort of region. All right, so that's now done with the power nodes. So these guys, well, I might as well do it now. I'll just go and press the equals, and then these are going to go off and just automatically do their own thing. Now we are going to go and disassemble these for the matter that they actually have. So they're just going off and building what they can. I can use our main robot or any of the robots just to do scouting if I wanted to, but I'm not really needing to do that one. So they're now just cleaning this out. They've now built this one. We've now got a bit of power. And pretty much I'll just pause again and just go through the next phase. So we're going to be pulling these little things down. We're going to be needing to get, we need to start building things. So if we just go back up into ground and naval, the thing we want to do is to get this engineering factory established. So I'll just go and build that one again, just where I've got a little bit of space in front of it. So I can build it further up. But let's just build it in actually I'll build it in here. And then once this has actually been all pulled apart, I can then sort of start to bring other things back in. In terms of infrastructure, I do want to actually set up a radar tower in here somewhere, just so I can see what's going on. So maybe there, that'll be okay. So we'll just go and grab those, and then we'll just let it go forward again. They'll just keep on building away. So yeah, this I think this map is like, this is like a chunk that's been placed into for this particular location. So they're still building everything. They need to have power, like this. Even when this gets built, until the power is connected, it won't work. I'll try to pause it before they build this one. Yeah, so when we look at it, see how this one's now flashing with a power sign? These are also flashing. It means that there's no power getting through. So that needs to be established. We now actually have a bit more space back out through here for other things. If we have a bit of a look at the sky and through here, we can see no power is mentioned in through this other side, and it does require power. So once this one's built, that will then all connect up, and we wanted to have a bit of redundancy in this as well. And so have like multiple power systems coming back through. Let's also, because matter is so important, we'll go back into defenses, infrastructure, and I'm just going to start to build on these as well. So I'll just start to sort of get these established. And we do want to go back in and grab this ore refinery and build the ore refinery nice and close to where the thulium, whatever it's called, down through this other side. Now I might bring it into there, I think. That way it's not too far. I'm going to be wanting to put defences in further in here, so let's just move that one into there. All right, unpause again. Now he'll just go off and do his own thing a little bit. Oh, one thing we do need to do is to, now as we build things, we're going to find the power is going to then start to drain off as well. So let's just go and get even more power. And more wind turbines. And what we'll also then do is get a battery as well. Just so that when we do get extra power, when the daylights, you can see the winds come up now. So we'll just get all this under our control. Again, if we wanted to see how our friend is doing, so this is what we've actually established already, we can then just go back across. And he has already built an engineering factory, an ore refinery. He's got a tea collector set up. So he's about similar to what we've done. Like in terms of what's actually happening. They're off exploring their island to see what else there is. Okay, that's all fine. Let's just go back. So now back in here, we need to get a few of these. Now we've still got 940 matter. So I'm going to grab 3 of these refineries. Now, if I've got 3 different types of tanks. I've got a battle tank, is strong against ground targets. I've got a missile tank, which is good against air targets. And I have like a bullet tank, which is good against soldiers. Now, we really should expect aircraft, probably initially. So I might just grab... I may not even bother with those at all at this stage. So let's just leave them off. Those other things will actually then come back straight through and start to then sort of work with this and mine this area in through here. 3 is enough. You can have 3 or 4 basically. Let's just go back into our defences. And again, we've got like a support turret, very basic turret, upgrades to standard turret. This is a standard turret in through there. An auto defence turret using dual action bullets. This one here is a ground turret, auto defense turret using a shell. And then we've got the missile turret. Again, these are really important for us. So I'm going to go and grab this one and place one of these. Yeah, we want to have anti-air. We're going to need a few of these. Let's just use these around the place a little bit. This is sort of the angle that we're likely to sort of see things come from. Let's just get a few of those in there as well. But it's not a click fest, you know, like I've got my both hands free. This is the harvester, which is coming down to collect the thorium ore. So it will just start to work itself automatically down the bottom there. We're down to 832. Now, actually, one thing we want to also then establish right now is the under infrastructure. We do want to get the research established. So I'll go and build that one in the middle of the map. Now they'll start to land troops as well around here, in here somewhere. I should have established this a bit earlier, I think. really want to get this established before I do too much with the power. The power we can sort of see is what's happening in through here. We are storing a bit, so we're actually sort of, everything is working out okay at this point in time. We've got 56 energy coming in at the moment. That will change a little bit as the wind or the daylight does change. And so we're storing up in energy like a certain amount. So we could actually go back and grab the air structures. Let's just go and grab one of these guys. So this will allow us to then sort of build the aircraft. And so these are just going to mine away. Now we don't have any, like we're going to need to put a bit more power up and through here as well, I think. So we'll just keep on establishing the power grids. Okay, this one is for caves, which we're not going to need on this map. So that one does move across. Let's go that way. So just get our power networks out and around. I won't worry about any more of the vehicles just yet. We're down to 515 in the matter, but we do actually have our matter under control. I can go back in now and just upgrade these. So I will do the upgrades on these guys, which is that's going to be 125 to upgrade. I'll do that as well. So I'll upgrade those. We can't upgrade these type of things, but those these collectors we can. Alright, now we don't have enough power, as you can sort of see. We've got power shortages because it's what's happening in here. Yeah, this has all been drained away. We're now storing in too much power. I can turn off different things in through here. Like I can actually sort of tell it to... No, that's not it. There is a way I can turn it off, but I can't remember how to do it. Right, so what we need is our. You can see that we've got 4. We've done with our research. We've got 11. I need 40 to get to the next one. So I'm just going to leave that one go for a little bit, but we will actually go and build more power. Let's just go back in and grab more of the solar. And wind. You can see that we're not controlling the map anywhere near as effectively as the enemy is. That's mainly going to be due to me, because my friend over here should be a lot further advanced than what I am. Like, they do build better. So he's already sort of established with all sorts of power all over the place, and we're just sort of struggling. But we'll catch up once we get the thermal energy. Yeah, so all of ours is quite slow. Pumpmobile saying hopefully power poles are sturdy, or you won't have to bother with turrets at all. Just go for the poles. There's different ways of doing it. There's like long range ones as well as the short range power poles, but they're not defensive in any sort of sense. What we might do is actually I don't want to get any more until my power. Yeah, it's now night time. We're now in the nighttime cycle. And we are only generating plus 30 at this stage through the wind. And only meeting 40% of our needs. As the wind comes up, we're getting a little bit extra. Once I get this established, I'm not going to need any more power on the map, so I don't want to waste too much of the matter at this stage. So it's sort of working at diminished capacity, all of these different things. Like this is not working. I'm not seeing things any distance away. I'm such a noob at these sort of games. Is this multiplayer, says Hetsu? Yes, it is. And I think that's really the multiplayer. There's 15 players playing multiplayer at the moment. You can zoom that out to sort of look at the what's going on the side there. So that's sort of like the multiplayer lobby type thing, or where people are logging in. There's American servers and European servers. That's my understanding of how that works. I don't tend to play multiplayer with these sort of games, because I'm just so bad at them. But we'll get established fairly soon, and then we'll sort of start to do different things. Now, I want to get across into that other location fairly quickly if I can. I'd like to actually get the second robot. We've still only got the 4 in here. Yeah, I've only got the 11, so this is slowing everything right down. I can pause production there. Pause construction. That's not going to help me. It's still draining what we need. Here we go. It's now picked up. Things are working again. A little bit. For a short period of time. That work? Let's just turn that off. These won't slow down. They'll just keep on doing what they do, but the refinery will. Come on. We need the power. We need the sunlight. Well, I guess I can just keep on building more wind turbines at this stage. Yeah, wind has dropped right off now. Only meeting 25% of our needs. Come on, wind, pick up. That's why we want the geothermal. I don't know if we can see that on the other one. Are they struggling? No, they seem to be doing okay. Yeah, so they're miles ahead of us now. Just got to wait. Yeah, so this isn't doing anything. I'll just leave them back on. I can turn the production off here. Or these actually, I can turn those off. Now that's worked, but everything else is coming back up. Actually, I didn't look at that one. Alright, that gets everything else working. Actually, I should have done that one before. So these are turned off at this point in time. Let's get that one fired back up again. And get our research under control or underway. Now, do we want to build any of these? We've got a helicopter, strong against ground targets, anti-submarine, and then we've also just got a jet fighter. But we need to get a way to. In fact, what we should do is probably sort of build an area so we can sort of start to bring in the different types of aircraft. Yeah, look, I won't until we get this one established. So now up to 23. So we're now sort of grabbing this a bit more effectively. So wait until we get the 40 that we require, so we can then build on here. That will then sort out our energy for the whole game. It's now daylight, so we might as well allow these to get more matter. Just double check what's happening in through here. Yeah, we've got a fair bit stored in here, so we're meeting 100% of our energy requirements. Looks like Factorio's original Twitch. It's not really at all like Factorio. It's sort of this is pretty much, it is like Supreme Commander. That's pretty much the main way it sort of does play. Yeah, what we'll do is I'll let this thing come up. When we get to the next one, we should be able to then get the geothermal. The matter is only sort of slowly sort of building up. Now we've got the missile tanks. Yeah, I won't worry about those at all at this stage. There we go, we're up to 46. So we'll grab this one. This is the thermal energy, so we'll unlock that, which then allows us to come back in. If I just pause it again. So we've got this is a thermal vent, allows building a geothermal plant. Once we get this established, we're not going to have any energy problems at all. So we'll just go back across, we'll go to power grid, and there it is there. This is the new building, the geothermal plant. So we just build that one essentially on that location. So we'll throw that one in there. Hi Vegan, how you going? When was June 2 released? June 2. I'm not sure what you mean, sorry. June 2 was released in... Oh, yeah, that's an old game. Oh, yeah, Orangutan Scene reminds me so much of June 2, the father of the genre. Yeah, that's true, actually. That is true. Sorry, I thought you meant one of the more modern June games, because there are a few now out and about. So let's just continue going. So you can see we're sort of falling behind. It doesn't matter much. So once this is established, we're then sort of really ready to go. We can then sort of start to build a lot of things. And we can still get more of these. This one here allows the building of wall breakers. This one here opens up this other area. No, we don't need that. Don't need that. This is probably the most important one for us, because we want to start to unlock the different ships. They will be important. And we want to actually get the transport helicopters. Okay, we're now established in here with our power. Getting heaps of power now because of this. Now the power grid, this is all just going through one conduit, so we'll actually go and throw more in. And we'll get ground. We'll just go and start to get some actual soldiers now. Get those established. Get a couple of those. Great. Now with the soldiers, we've only got two different types. We've got like missile soldiers and just normal foot soldiers. So I'm just going to go and grab like a group of... actually, I might grab 4 of those and 4 of those. So, and I can sort of set them up where they're going to end up sort of coming out. Like they're just going to hover around in here for now. What we'll also then just go and do is we'll start to establish some defences back in through this other side. So we'll just go back into infrastructure and grab the... these don't require power, but these are then sort of controlled with what am I trying to say? With the just having like soldiers manning them. So we'll just go and grab a couple there, because that's going to be sort of the direction we should expect things to come from. So these don't require power. We can sort of put these any old place we like. Now that's a missile soldier. That's just a normal soldier. Missile soldier. And normal soldier. Actually, what's that one there? That's missile as well. I'll move the missile up to there. Normal soldier down this way.
Okay.
This gives me a bit of a collection. So if I just go and grab those 4, I'll just move them down into this guy, into this thing here. This one here has got 4 slots for 4 soldiers. So they'll then just go and sit in that area. What do we have? We've got a missile, soldier.
Okay.
Just move that one across there. So these don't have any upkeep.
Sure.
So these are now just coming down to they'll just pile into this different group. They'll then sit in the top, and they'll essentially just be like a guard tower from this area of the actual map itself. Now, another thing I want to do is I want to establish the ships now. So we'll just go back across into ground and naval, and it's more the big ships that I want. So I'm just going to go and throw them into say here, I think. We need more power. Throw more power across this other side as well. Hi, Trusted Life, how are you going? And anybody else has joined us as well. Now, I find that ships in these island games, from what I was sort of playing, these are awesome. Now, that one needs this power node to then come good. We've got only 300 matter. Now, we've also got like a lot more research we can now go and do. Actually, before I do that, I'll just pause the game because it does continue on when you are looking at the research. So what we want is we actually want to get these Chinooks and or the heavy lifting. So we want to go there first before we do the big ships. So that's 30. Now we've got 77. So 30 for that one, unlock. 20 for the Chinooks. And another 40 there, which we can't quite get. Now we can grab the cruisers, which are these are anti-air ships, but they also can fire at things on the land. I will grab that as well because we're going to be wanting to build ships. Next one up is a battleship in through there, so that's good. We've then got radar troops. These are also really important. So we'll just leave that one alone for now. If we go into here, we can now start to build. So we at the start we have just like destroyers. We've got cruisers now, and we actually also have heavy transports, which come by default. Now I don't want the heavy transports. Just let everything sort of start to develop. All right, now back over here. I'm just going to go back into my air hangar, and I'll just get some jet fighters. 2, 3, 4, and we now actually have anti-submarine jets, long-range bombers is useful, the Chinooks as well. Grab a Chinook. So they're just going to go down and fill this thing up. I'm going to select this and just tell it to go and patrol across to here. I'm just going to give it a designation. They will then fly across. That will be their mission, to fly out to here and then back. So whenever anything goes into that one, that's what it's going to then do, which gives me a little bit more control. So the Chinook is... where'd the Chinook go? There it is. Oh, sorry, I was looking at the wrong thing. Now I'm going to move this one across. And we're going to pick up this one unit. Now I think I can remember where the island was. So we now actually have, I can put more soldiers. Maybe I'll do that. Let's just get a few of these. One thing we don't have is a robotic factory. I'll place that one over there. Get them on board the Chinook.
Done.
Now I'd like to be established closer to the enemy when we go on the attack. That island was over here, I think, in the mini map. So this is now full of different troops. This is the fuel, that little blue thing that we're seeing through there. I think it was over here. Just pause again. Yeah, we can now get radar troops. That's going to be important. We'll get battleships. They're really important. Oh, I did mean to get this. I'll have to wait till I can store up another 40 for that. So Orangutan saying, whoa, this map looks huge. Yeah, there's small maps, there's big maps. I think this is one of the biggest of them, you know, like the biggest ones you can sort of play. Let's just keep on going forward. Now I'm assuming that the enemy is going to be down in here somewhere and over here somewhere. So what we want to do is we do want to get established, not so much on this island, but on the other islands. It's nice, isn't it? It's a good little game. Like it looks good. Here we go. This is, yeah, I got it right. I got it right. Here we go. We want to land in this little patch in through here and come into this other side. So the Chinook lands, the soldiers then come out. We've now opened the gate. Let's go inside. And there's a loot crate. Go across and grab our next robot. Thank you. So here we go. We've got a commando robot here. Now the robot, if I right click on the Chinook, cannot go in. It can't do it. It's too big. So I'm just going to move this one back.
Done.
Okay.
Done.
You got it. Sure.
So I need to pick this one up, but there's also cliffs everywhere. The only way I can do this is with the heavy transport. This one here, we've got 25, need 40. Right, now we do want to see what there is, but I don't want to do this with this particular Chinook. I'm just going to keep that one where that is. We can't land on the top of cliffs, so where we are there is fine. We do actually have like this ridge all the way around. What I could do here, just so we can see what's going on, I might just move the Chinook off out to here, and we'll just go and establish a power conduit there. So he will just go, and this one can now go and build there. And I think what I want to do is actually tackle there's a whole chain of islands down in the bottom here. So we'll just move across into here somewhere. I've got to be it's a bit risky doing this. That's now been established. Let's just go and build with infrastructure in through here. Get a radar. We'll just pause again and have a look. I love the active pause. I hate these games without that. Now, we now actually have radar ships because we got the tech here, and now we can grab this. Let's go and get the heavy lifting. So we need to get this heavy lift to then bring the other guy back across to one of the other islands. So we'll start to establish things with that other unit. So what we'll do in here is we'll go and get a radar ship. So we'll grab one radar ship. Mainly want to use battleships. Now I've got 517, so we'll grab 1, 2. 2 is good. 3 is better. Destroyers, just one destroyer will be enough to protect the fleet, and a cruiser, maybe 2 cruisers. Now these have also got helipads. There's also the heavy transport, which I don't really need to use yet, so let's not do that one. We'll just build a fleet of 6 ships, so that will be good, and let it continue on. We're probably wanting to get a couple of them. Now the radar ships will then expose like where things actually are, so that will just keep on building. I find that this is a bit too fast in the game. I wish there was a way to slow that down.
Copy that.
Now how far down is that? We want to get sort of all the way down to here somewhere. I've got to be careful because I'm pretty sure the other player will be in here, or one of the other players, and that's one I want to go after. Might just move that one off to the side for now while we just focus on this. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll just go back into defences. Now we do actually have a missile turret, so we'll throw that one in there as well. And missile, we've got the standard turret. Let's throw one of those in as well. Alright, let's see how we're going here. So we now have all 6. I'll just press Control, grab all of those, and with all of these I'm just going to go Control 1. This will be my first fleet. So 6 ships. And we wanted to use these to go straight down and see what we can find. So I'll head them straight down this way. I will use this Chinook just to sort of do a bit more scouting. Oh, there we go. We've got land. Yeah, so I've got to be a bit careful here. Yeah, if that connects up, we have to be... Are we alone here? It looks like we may be. If I let things sort of go, they will then land and offload the troops, and I don't really want to do that until I know that this is secure. Okay, this little island looks like a great one for us to grab. It's got power, it's got everything we need. In that case, I'm just going to offload this. The troops will then get out, so nothing left in the Chinook. We'll move the Chinook back up and pick up some robots.
Roger.
Now, actually, one thing we do want to do is go back into here and pick up the heavy lift. Fleet is coming down. Here comes the Chinook. Let's just grab number 1.
Yes, sir.
I'm thinking this might be the enemy here. So the radar ship will then start to, that will then see a little bit further than the normal ships actually would. There's another island up the top there. Let's see what we can find. Gonna micro this a little bit. Yeah, there we go. So we'll start attacking.
Under attack.
Yeah, we're under attack. I'm just going to move them back out of the way. Just really want to find out where they were. So that's the island. Ah, now this here is a heliport. This is a landing area. We can capture this. So these are sort of like randomly placed on the map. If we go back with the Chinook, which is here, and grab one of our robots, just one of these guys, and just move it on to the Chinook, and we can build more of the robots. So we've got like these are construction robo builders. I'll just grab a couple more of those. We also then have robo repairer, can repair structures. I'll just grab a couple of those as well. A diffuser, we don't need that one. And then we also have a hot wired robo capable of sabotaging buildings, unable to build. So we can't build that one at this stage. But anyway, that's all good. With everything else, how are we going? Now this is the big heavy lift. We want that one to go back across and pick up our friend.
Roger.
Now what I should do here is build a battery as well. You should be able to walk around the outside edge.
Confirmed.
Actually, no, we
Invalid.
can't. Oh, hang on. That would help.
Confirmed.
So this has taken a slight amount of damage. Now, I'm just going to stay where I am until we sort of start to see things. And then we'll start to establish, we'll build in here. You can see we're still behind with the way that we're controlling the map. Yeah, so it's saying yellows are allies. Yeah, this is our ally.
Under attack.
You can see that they're very, very advanced. And the enemy will be like this as well, with all sorts of different units. But it is an island map after all. Now that is heavy. That's Hydra, and that's an enemy. And that's got heaps of tanks on board. So it's coming up to land somewhere. It can't land on this location. How are we going with the power? Yeah, that's actually okay where we are. So that should be fine, just as a little outpost. Might even build just a standard turret in at that location. Comes the heavy lift. It just gives us a bit of an outpost. So when those sort of ships do come past, now they are likely to be wanting to land on here. Now we can use this to transport this guy around. And so we want him to sort of be like our main guy. So we'd use the DAS tactic one back the other way. We want to come back into here, and we want to bring the other Chinook back across as well, which has now got that robot on board. Just the one robot will be enough. Bring that one in as well. Oh, now we've taken damage here, so we've actually had contact, and so something has actually attacked us. But let's get this one established
Under
first.
attack.
You got it.
Oh yeah, it was okay. They brought ships in, so they're using ships against us in the south. So we will establish this, but we won't establish it just yet. We'll go in with this fleet. Ultimately, we haven't taken very much damage here at all. Here they come. So we can then claim this. This is neutral at this stage. Here comes the other Chinook.
Confirmed.
Structure captured.
Okay, we've now got this one captured. Now with this one, with these civilian, and this is random actually because it wasn't. I did play this map before. I've noticed that the maps that you start on are the same. Like so, this actually is always going to be the same whenever you play it. It's just in different locations, and that other one that I should have showed you over here is always going to be there on this particular map. But this is randomly generated, I think. Now this one here is a Huey, civilian helicopter equipped with napalm. That sounds pretty damn good. So let's go and build that one. Now we can actually just go and build, I'll just build a few of them off to the side here. We don't need to power these. So we'll just go and grab these. These buildings don't require power. Just go back on board. And get you back on board as well. And we'll just unpause. I really want to establish it back over this other side, so we'll just go this way. If we get shot down in the air, that's a disaster. So we want to make sure that this fleet goes with them as much as possible. Alright, so we've got the ability to now start to build at this location. Let's just plan this one out. So we've got 856 matter again. So we've got a fair bit of matter. We've got two more, like, oh hang on, they've actually just landed with their troops. Now, our big guy is going to be able to dominate them. This is where we can get more power, so let's just go and do that one. So this is a geothermal resource. So we'll go and grab that. And then we're going to be wanting to establish pretty much on this whole island. Just get these established across in here. And ultimately we're going to be needing to defend against these guys. So I'm thinking we may bring the fleet back around into this other side. So they've landed here. This is the enemy, of course. The Chinook, I'm just going to leave. Do we want to go back up? I may need it for other things. So I'll just leave it sitting around in over here. Move this one over as well.
Okay. Processing.
Now, yeah, we're slowly building these. In that case, I'm going to have to destroy them with this robot.
Confirmed. Confirmed.
And that there is just a destroyer.
Under attack.
Confirmed.
No helicopter yet. And we just get that landing as well. These are really good. That's why we want to get that one straight away. That's then going to secure what we have in through this other side. That one's still being built. Now they're building ships obviously down in the bottom here. Let's just see what else we can spot. Yeah, we'll come back for this afterwards. So we'll start to try to dominate from here, I think. let them sort of build all of this in here. Let's go back to the power grid. Oh, there's the Huey. The napalm. Now I can send these off for repair. Okay, they're landing on the ships, that's fine.
Rally set.
Next one is here. Yep, so it's actually going back into land automatically because it needs to have a place to actually land.
Battleship Naval, yes sir. Battleship Naval, yes sir.
Let's get them back on board. All right, so
Okay. Processing.
that one's taken a bit of damage. All right, let's just pause again and now figure out what we want to do in this location. We need to be seeing what's on the other landmass, so we will go and grab a radar. We wanted to use this one in here. Yeah, so I'll build that one with this, and we'll need to get more. We'll need to get another shipyard in here as well, just so we can repair our big ships. So maybe even off to the top. Build one over there. I think I prefer to keep it on this end of the map if I can. Any spot it'll take is there. Let's go and do that. That will establish there. Now the matter, might as well grab those as well, I guess.
Okay. Processing.
Under attack.
Yeah, so we'll then need to establish all sorts of attacks in through here as well. There we are, we're now seeing everything. They're bringing landing forces, bigger landing forces back this way. Yeah, tanks are coming on board. Good, we've sunk all of those. If we can keep on doing that, that'll be fine. So let's establish a bit more back in around here. We may be able to push back into here and even like not worry so much about this one, but build another naval base back over the other side here. So if we go back in with defences again, now that's the missile turret. That's the range. Ground turret. So we'll control these narrows. I think this is more like artillery or something. And we'll just get a standard turret as well.
Under attack.
It's a radar ship that they've got.
Confirmed.
Get all these built. Nothing on board this. They'll probably pull into here, I would guess. There we go. Now firing missiles and things. Which is what we want to see. There comes their commander. If we can kill their commander, it really slows them down a lot.
Confirmed.
And the fact that we can see everything they've got. Now they must be building further down the bottom there, so we could even go to the next island across and sort of work that one out. So Otia Cities is in saying we can rejoice for an official date for Dom 6. Oh wow, Jan 17th, there we go. Okay. They're trying to bomb us. Alright, we're going to need more. I'm just going to pause that again. I think we need more missiles. You can see there that they're going to be bringing different troops coming in now as well. This thing's taken a little bit of damage with those bombers that just came in. So let's get more missile defenses. Hang on, that's the wrong one. A little bit of defense in depth. Now the commander. God, I'm sort of tempted to, now that I've got this established over in here, I'm tempted to bring the fleet down. I'm still trying to build. I don't know if this is really that. Well, that hasn't got any targets. It's a bit too narrow there. Yeah, I shouldn't have probably pushed all of these as close together like this.
Confirmed.
Under attack.
That was the helicopters. Napalming all of this stuff. So their commander is attacking this. I need to destroy that and keep that destroyed the whole time. Alright, time for the... oh, there we go, they're bringing subs in. This is where the our destroyer will then do some... this will protect the fleet against the subs. Good. Now it can't see us. Okay, power is... We've now got too much that we're doing in here. So let's just go and get the power established. Here comes the Huey. So we need to get more power because of this thing here. Not that we can do anything about that. We can turn this one off. That will then repower up. We need this thing powered up. But we'll grab some batteries Let's grab that one there. And I could grab some solar as well. Special troop limit 2, yeah, okay. So that's the, this is these guys. We can't get any more than that, but that's okay. Now, if we can destroy their commander, that would be awesome. Let's just keep it going. The only way we're going to be able to really do that is going to be with the fleet. This is actually fairly good where we've got everything in through this other side, so let's just...
Under attack.
Confirmed.
Invalid.
There we are. Bit of napalm down there.
Confirmed.
Now, if I just, these have got, this is the auto movement on or off. I might leave that one off for him and just leave him in this position because I think he's going to get a chance to fire at the commander here every so often. And we might take this fleet in, I think. Now we're getting a fit, actually we'll start to pick up more of these. This is the aircraft carrier. Matter processing allows the building of matter fabricators. I'll go and grab that one. We can also then get shielded units for 200. We can get balloons so we can sort of start to look at other things. This is allows building of laser troops. That's going to be useful. Then we have EMP technology, orbital control. I won't worry about that one so much. Mechanical science, let's go that way. 92, we can now start to get snipers. And also artillery. Grab that as well. This will then, and we can then start to get weaponized robots as well. But the snipers I think will be useful. So let's go and start to build them in amongst here as well. So if we just go back across to the, we'll get a robotics area so we can build more robots on this at this location. And also a barracks as well. Okay, so we'll just allow them, and if we can kill this commander off, as I say, that's going to really go a long way to destroying this particular group. Now, reading a few more. So, Sci-Fi 21 is saying, is there a list of changes, new features anywhere for DOM 6? Actually, I'm not sure. I haven't looked. I'll be looking probably next Monday. So there's a list of leaked changes on the Steam discussions page. Yeah, there we go. So I thought I was saying the graphics of this game remind me a lot of Cantana. Yes and no for me. Cantata, sorry, not Cantana. Yeah, so Ponica's saying my eyes don't bleed though, like in Cantata. Yeah, so I find this a bit cleaner overall. Yes, I thought saying I like the colours in Cantata, but although the gameplay is a bit different, Cantata's more controlled. This is which I do like about Cantata, but graphically I do like this game better. Anyway, let's just keep it coming back up. We don't quite have where we need to be going with this. All right, time to bring the first fleet in. And we'll try to destroy the commander with the fleet.
Yes, sir.
Under attack.
Oh, I think we've got him. We'll lose that ship. Oh, we got him. Did lose a battleship though. Is the actual commander. So the commander is now gone. This will open this up now for better attacks. All right, so we're established inside here. We can go and get a replacement battleship. So let's go and do that. Now I don't want to be moving in here just yet with the troops. Yeah, let's just keep it going.
Battleship that'll move. Yes, sir.
Affirmative.
Yes,
Affirmative.
sir.
So pushing them back. Comes the Hueys. Keep on losing these, but anyway, that'll just refuel up on the ship. I'm going to put this one back to auto because I think we've now done what we have to do. Let's just heal this thing up. There we go. Off doing a bit of a raid.
Under attack.
Battleship that'll move. Yes, sir.
Can we do the damage?
Yes, sir.
There's a bullet tank.
Battleship that'll
That's good. Bit of damage came through. Yes, sitting in here is actually fairly good. Let's move this one across.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's 6. Did that make it all? Yeah, that's now a number 1. So that was a shift.
Sir.
A shift select 1. So shift 1 will then add any units that you have selected into that particular group. Okay, so we're pushing that one back. We've got a lot more up this side, so let's just go and build another fleet. So 2 battleships, 1 radar ship, 1 destroyer, and 2 cruisers. So we'll build ourselves a second fleet. Now, back in here. Grab those. Now get some snipers. And missiles. Actually, we've got
Under attack.
laser troops as well. And so this is where we do want to just go and build another location down in here. Infrastructure. Might as well build that location there. It's just going to heal things up.
Done.
Okay.
There's our snipers.
Done.
Okay.
Okay.
Go off for repairs. So that one will just go back to the robotic factory now to repair.
You got it. Okay.
There's a sniper. So very long range.
You got it. Sure.
Position him in there. Okay, so that's going to give us a bit of overwatch as well. Again, into this little area that we've actually got established. Now we're winning the map so far. We've got control of the map by 11.
Under attack.
Now that's is that all 6? Yes, it is. Let's press Control, grab all of those. Control 2. So this is attack group 2.
Yes,
Move
sir.
across to the side. go. The sniper's actually doing great jobs here. As long as we have vision, here we go. We've got cloaked tanks coming in from our ally. This is from Orion. This is the ally just checking out stuff. Okay, we've certainly established this area.
Under attack.
Banshee Bellevue. Yes, sir.
And I think a third group as well of these will then really sort of allow us to dominate this area. That will then start to, so let's just go back in. We've still got enough. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Banshee Bellevue. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think this one's almost destroyed. Still being built. So they're out of power, otherwise that should be attacking the Huey.
Banshee Bellevue.
Yep, so still got more coming. What we might do is build a helipad in here as well.
Banshee
This will
Bellevue.
be group number 3.
Yes, sir.
Well, I might as well just keep on building. Like I'll build a group now to go across and take over the island. Let's get some laser troops. Just get heaps of them. And we want to build a an embarkation port back over through here. So just a small shipyard. Actually, I can build that any old place. So these robots will then start to come across. Just start to assemble these back over here. If I double click, I pick them all up.
Done.
Yeah, we're getting heaps and heaps of these.
Rally set.
Let's get a few of those.
Banshee Bellevue. Yes, sir.
Hueys are doing a good job in there. Destroying everything with their napalm. It's pretty cool, these civilian trips, because you don't get them yourself.
Banshee Bellevue. Yes, sir.
There we go. Get rid of that missile location. While we're seeing it, the snipers can actually hit it as well. So we'll establish it up in the top corner here. Got heaps of these in here. Alright, this is now established. So we'll now just go and get landing barges. 2 will be enough.
Rally set.
Yes, sir.
You hear the pew pew of the snipers.
Affirmative.
Under attack.
Course set.
Yes,
Affirmative.
sir.
So these are all just laser troops.
Okay.
And we can fit 8 of those on there. So we'll just wait for them to go on board. Right, that one's full.
Sure.
There, we can get one more. Shall I just pause again and have a quick look at the what we can do in here. We can get flamethrower troops, napalm troops as well. We'll unlock that as well, I guess. We can get weaponized robots and assault robots for 400. We might save up for that. That would be good. So we can actually now go back into here and start to build these security robos. So I'll leave that alone though. What's this one here? This is a mechanic. I'll just grab one of those.
Under attack.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Affirmative.
So I'll bring these robotic troops in. Now this group in here, I can then sort of start to bring these across just to sort of do an attack. I'll make this one control group number 5. And this will be control group number 6. So I can set up I can give them different orders as well. Like I can actually tell them, for example, to a multi waypoint movement. So I can actually make them go in a specific location if I wanted to. But we'll just get this established back over through here. So we'll just move them across to take out the vehicle location. I can also just get them to patrol between 2 points. So if we wanted them to walk back and forwards, killing everything in its path, they can do that as well. I think we'll get group number 1 now that we've established this landing. Actually, I'll get these landed first and then we'll sort of come back in after that. So we'll just get group number 5. Okay, that's got 8 of them. This will be group number 6. And we're going to lose them if we move them down. Let's move them back up here again.
You got it.
Under attack.
Get the first, move it down into here. Well, if we're just killing all of our own guys. Not cool, not cool. Yeah, okay. We just destroyed the whole group of soldiers with these napalm Hueys, so I should be a bit more careful of those.
Battleship Bell. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I think I'll just stay right out of everyone's way here.
Okay.
Affirmative.
Let's move that one back our way. That
Okay.
one there is a robo builder,
Processing. Okay.
robo mechanic.
Processing. Okay. Processing. Okay. Processing.
I've just lost both of those groups now.
Battleship Bell. Yes, sir.
Right, that's fine.
Okay.
On
Yes,
my
sir.
way.
We'll start building our own stuff in here now as well.
Okay.
And back to infrastructure.
Under attack.
Okay, we're under attack down here, I think. I don't. So this is our ally is suggesting that we do something over through here. This is a danger signal that there's more here than what we really can cope with. This is our ally coming in, the green. Yeah, while we've got the Hueys, we've got to be a bit careful. It might be our ally attacking. Yeah, the napalm is pretty wild. What we can do is actually establish power across from here to the other location as well. So we might do that with these large power poles. So I'll establish one here, and then across to here as well. That way we can just connect across the islands. Small one.
Invalid.
On my way.
Oh, there we are.
Battleship Bell. Yes, sir.
Affirmative.
So our ally has just put in
Under
a
attack.
request to use that one.
Battleship Bell. Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
we'll just destroy this. We can either do it by destroying the power.
Yes,
Affirmative.
sir.
So it's taking a bit of damage. This one's leveled up really quite nicely, so I don't want to waste it.
Battleship Bell. Yes, sir.
Here we go. Our ally is firing missiles in.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we're pretty much dominating this island here.
Course set. Battleship
Up to
Bellevue.
40 plus 41 now.
Yes, sir.
Now there's no more power down there. That's all okay. This is now all connected up. Looks like there'd be more power in there. Ah, now we've got these sort of, these are poisonous clouds, which we have to be careful of. Okay, so we've essentially destroyed this. I can just let the Hueys keep on doing what they're doing in here. I think your job is done. You can go back onto your craft. We'll move now across. Do some more island hopping.
Battleship Bellevue. Yes, sir.
I'm going to avoid that. Ah, there's the enemy. I think. What's he pinged over here? Danger. Okay, so that must be the enemy up there. Yeah, this one we didn't think that they were going to build on this location. So our friend has actually
Under
gone and
attack.
scouted most of the rest of the map. Oh, we're under attack and through here. You've taken a bit of damage there. That's okay. Doesn't matter. Let's have a bit of a look and plan this one out. Now they're sitting back in there.
Battleship Bellevue.
Just get the third, and I'm sort of thinking this might be the better spot for us to launch from, or we could launch from over here.
Yes, sir.
Don't know what that is. Might be a satellite, potentially. Actually, yeah, let's just pause it and see what else we can do. So we've got different sorts of satellites in through here. Orbital laser. Actually, I meant to try to get this one over through this other side as well. They've got dolphins now coming in as well. They've got sort of like EMP dolphins, which we should be okay with our group here.
Battleship Bellevue. Yes, sir. Yes,
Just
sir.
move all of these right away. And that's the first.
Battleship Bellevue. Yes, sir.
Get them up there. Now in terms of troops, we can just finish these off with laser troops. She'll grab one of those, maybe two of those, and four of those, and I don't think we'll need the missile troops. Right, that'll do us. Undertaker. to avoid those poison clouds. These are bringing tanks in. We haven't really had to do this. He's going to run out of petrol. Yep. That one's running out of petrol as well. Alright, what we might do is build ourselves a carrier. That's a heavy transport. Actually, I haven't got that researched. So we'll unlock that.
Battleship Battle Group. Yes, sir.
Was there any other islands? There was another island up here. Saying danger up that way, so they may have a presence at that location. Here's some speedboats that they're sending down. But I think we'll establish ourselves in here. So we'll just go back to the... and this has got the robot on board, the main guy. So let's go and move him into this island. And we'll grab a couple of the
Okay.
robo builders as well.
Processing. Okay. Processing.
You got it. Okay.
Done.
Bring all them on board. Okay, so their Undertaker is battle tank with strong against ground targets, so it's just going to destroy everything else there. So that will essentially destroy all of them. Now, thanks for the subscription there, Rip. Very much appreciated. What else have we got there? So Mr. Jazz is saying, "Hey Daz, what a nice little free game." Yes, there's there's more free content than what it looks
Under
like there
attack.
is, you know. And Uprising saying, "Love games like this." See, it's not onerous. It's not onerous in terms of everything sort of having to happen. Let's just put 2 builders. Is that enough?
Okay.
So this is a mechanic.
Processing.
We're up to 42% now control. If we sort of click on this one, we can then have a bit of a look to see. I think we can see it. No, we can't quite. Even the snipers are sort of firing at very, very long range.
Battleship Battle Group. Yes, sir. Battleship Battle Group.
Now they've lost a ship. That won't matter that much. Actually, unless it's one of the... No, it's okay. The battleships are actually still okay. The second and the third.
Battleship Battle Group. Yes, sir.
There he is. Alright, let's get established here. Let's move that out of the way. Get ourselves a battery.
Confirmed.
Yeah, actually I can remove those for matter. So I'll do that. This will take a bit of time to get everything sort of established.
Battleship Battle Group.
one of our ally subs.
Under attack.
It's a decoy factory.
Yes, sir.
Affirmative.
It's injured.
Battleship Battle. Yes, sir.
Hopefully we'll find their commander soon enough. I'll get the second.
Yes, sir.
Lost a ship. He's established fairly soon.
Battleship Battle. Yes, sir. Battleship Battle. Yes, sir.
There was a commander.
Battleship Battle. Yes, sir. Battleship Battle Group. Yes, sir.
Well, let's leave these here to sort of deal with this while we build all this up. What's he doing? Oh, that's already all established. Good. In that case, power grid. Back over here. Let's get that established. And in terms of building other things, yeah, this thing is pretty full. It should be okay ultimately.
Under attack.
On my
Here
way.
comes their commander.
Battleship Battle. Yes, sir. Battleship Battle. Yes, sir. Battleship Battle. Yes, sir.
Come on, guys.
Battleship Battle. Yes, sir.
That's what we waited for.
Battleship Battle. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Battleship Battle. Yes, sir.
Just send that one off for repairs.
Battleship Battle.
Now that commander has disappeared again. It's going back in here for repairs. What else do we need in here? There's the commander.
Battleship Battle. Yes, sir. Battleship Battle. Yes, sir. Battleship Battle. Yes, sir. Battleship Battle. Yes, sir.
Yeah, get rid of him. We've a long way ahead then. Send you off for repairs and then come back.
Battleship Battle Group.
We need to get in with land forces. What we might do is actually go back in with... let's get a group of tanks. So we haven't gone back home for a long time. And Here's our tank group in here. We now actually have different types of tanks that we can bring in. So we've got like laser tanks. So I'll bring in, say, 2 of them. One of the reconnaissance tanks. Bullet tank against soldiers. Grab, say, 2 of them as well. One missile tank. This is artillery. That'll do. And we'll move them down to this location.
Rally set.
And we need to get a couple of the heavy transports, maybe 3, and we'll just start to sort of bring them across.
Under attack.
Banshee Battle. Yes, sir. Banshee Battle. Banshee Battle. Yes, sir. Banshee Battle. Yes, sir. Banshee Battle. Yes, sir.
Get it.
Banshee Battle. Banshee Battle. Yes, sir.
He's coming back. The uranium miners. That's bringing a group in to attack.
Yes, sir.
Affirmative.
Course set. Got it. Got it.
Just get a few more tanks. That'll do. Then we'll bring these across and see if we can actually hunt them all down with these. It's just a harvester. So you can see this is now all starting to disappear.
Got it. On it. Got it.
I think this is control group number 4.
On my way.
Okay, let's get going. Do the invasion. Okay, looks like we've lost more ships. The commander's still alive.
Banshee Battle Group.
Actually, no, that one is still alive.
Banshee Battle Group.
We need to be able to see further in. This island we could actually make use of if we wanted to. Let's go and do it.
Confirmed. Confirmed. Copy that. Confirmed. Confirmed.
Got to steer clear of the volcano.
Banshee Battle Group. Yes, sir. Banshee Battle Group. Banshee Battle Group. Yes, sir.
Okay, stealth tanks. just to stay away from this area. Oh, they're over here already. Let's go down into here. Have to be a bit careful here. Just get our robot out. I noticed that there was something attacking from over in here.
Confirmed.
These are uranium miners, so they're mining the uranium in here. Good. Now these tanks are all in here as well. Let's just start to micro these a bit.
Course set. Yes, sir.
Got a dolphin there.
On my way.
Just going to stop us from getting on
On
that
my
location.
way. Affirmative.
Under attack.
Oh, just got the commander. Commander was just destroyed. That's good. Alright, so all of those are now done. So we just grab the number 4. Just move them off.
Course set.
Now these tanks, we will be wanting to sort of start to run forward now with these, I think. And we'll make this control group number 5.
Engaging.
Right away.
Okay, this should give us the advantage. We're up to 73%. We've almost got the game won. Actually, sorry guys, I'm supposed to take some antibiotics. I've got an infection in my jaw at the moment, so I'll just do that now. Actually, supposed to take it half an hour ago. Okay, so we're doing pretty well at this stage. So with the 5th group, we'll just move them into the middle here a little bit. That way they can just sort of do their damage, attack what they need to attack, and then just go forward there. Now we can sort of set up, again, it's just got auto movement on or off. I'll leave that one there. What else do we have? Assigned to another faction. We don't want to do that one. That one's okay as well. We'll just let them do their thing for a little while. Now back down in here. He has now finished what he was doing. Just go back into here.
Confirmed.
All right, unpause.
Under attack.
Let's get the 5th. Did I bring a harvester? I brought a harvester along. Brought a harvester along to a tank fight.
Right away.
Engaging.
finish off all this stuff.
Confirmed. Right away.
Up to 81%. Lost too many of our troops here. Need to build more. What we might do is actually, I've got him now floating around. Let's bring this one across. We've got 3 tanks left. Laser tanks. Here comes the our ally. Artillery. That's all good.
On it.
Right
Engaging.
away.
Invalid.
Okay, so our friend is coming back in now. Down to just 2. I do need to establish something else in here. Let's get on board.
Confirmed.
And then we'll just go and build, we'll build in here somewhere. So they've actually mined most of the uranium that was in there. So I want to be a bit careful here. Go with napalm. Oh, there we go. We got it. Victory! So our ally finished them off for us. So you've prevailed and won the game. Congratulations on your victory. Great. So this is the so they had 8% at the end there. We had 100% of what we required. Performance, we did fall behind there, but then we sort of came forward, which is great. Troop statistics, yeah, we had 155 kills, 45 losses. The others, yeah, so we can sort of see through there with the ratios. Structures, we raised 119, only lost 5. Our ally did more as well. The others actually did lose a fair bit there. Income. Yeah, we did actually end up winning. Cassiopeia did fairly well. Uranium, the Hydra actually sort of had got on top of the uranium, and research we were miles ahead of the others. There we go. So that is the game. That is Retro Commander. It's a pretty cool game, actually. I've got to say, it's not overwhelming, which I do really quite like. So yeah, if you're interested, that's it's a pretty cool little game. So what else is there to show? I think we've shown everything actually with this one. So I might just leave it here, guys, and I will call it quits, and I will catch you next time. Thanks for watching.